Good morning guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to my first ever vlog. Today I'm going to take you guys with me to the gym and we are going to do leg day, which is my favorite day. The first thing I do right after I wake up is rehydrate, put my contacts in and then stretch. Usually in the morning my upper back tends to be really tight, so I do some quick stretches just to help relieve that tension. I woke up at 3 a.m. today, but I don't usually wake up this early. But my boyfriend usually goes to the gym around this time, and I wanted to go with him because I wanted to test out my new camera, and I'm still a little bit shy when it comes to filming in public, so knowing that he is around kind of helps with my anxiety a little bit. And then here I'm just applying some skincare products right after brushing my teeth. I just wash my face with some water before applying these products on. And then here, just applying my favorite lip balm at the moment. This one tastes and smells like chocolate. It is so good, you guys gotta get it. And now it's time for some breakfast. I love these breakfast potatoes. I just cook them with a little bit of butter and low to medium heat. And then I add my favorite spice. I used to work in a restaurant before and they make the best breakfast potatoes. So I asked the cook what do they add in it, and he basically gave me the recipe. So it's a little bit of butter, a little bit of leek, and the Montreal chicken spice. I just keep mixing them and I make sure that I cook them slowly so that they are crispy on the outside and then super soft on the inside. And once they turn golden brown, then the potatoes should be ready. Next I'm gonna cook some eggs. I just put a little bit of butter in the pan and then I use one whole egg and then I add some egg whites. And then I just let it cook in low to medium heat. And then just adding some cheese. Here I use the Monterey Jack. And once it's all melted, I just give it a quick mix. And then I turn off the heat and start adding my cherry tomatoes. And then a little bit of salt. Here I am using the Himalayan salt. And then here is the outfit of the day. I thought I was filming my makeup video, but apparently my camera was not recording, so I don't have that footage for you guys. And now we're gonna head to the gym, just playing some music to hype me up. There is so much snow on the ground and it is so cold out today, but my gym is only 1 minute away, so whatever. First, we're gonna do some dynamic stretches. I like to warm up before this, so I was on the Stairmaster for about 5 minutes. I also like going on the treadmill and walking on an incline, just to make sure that my muscles are all warmed up and ready for the stretches. So this first movement is called the 90-90s, and they really help with opening up your hips. And then this helps open up my chest and with my shoulder mobility as well. And then I like to do this dynamic movement. This is a low lunge to a half split. It stretches out a bunch of different muscles. I specifically like this because it prepares my muscles for my Bulgarian split squats and my Romanian deadlifts. These are called Cossack squats. They are very good for warming up your quads, your glutes, and it also helps with hip and ankle mobility. And then here, I'm just going a little bit lower and shifting side to side, making sure that my heels stay grounded. And then here I'm stretching my hamstrings and my quads. My dynamic stretching routine is not always the exact same. I usually change it up depending on what I feel like my body needs at that time. And then I do about 12 to 15 reps of each of these dynamic movements. Now I'm doing some squats, alternating between one that stretches your glutes and then one that stretches your quads more. To feel it more in my glutes, I push my hips back as far as I can, and then to feel it more in my quads, I sink lower to the ground. And then doing a little bit of upper body stretch here. And then I grab this strap to stretch my tight upper back a little bit more. By the way, I am filming my whole workout routine using my DJI Osmo Pocket 3. Here I have the active track feature turned on. I like that you can just set the camera down and control everything else on your phone. You can change the angle, you can start and stop video recording, and you can even watch the playback on your phone, so you don't have to touch your camera again after setting it down. For our first workout, we are going to do hip thrusts. I'm just starting with some lightweight here so I can really feel the workout in my glutes. Here I have 10 pounds on each side. I usually do 12 to 15 reps for my first set. And then I make sure to keep my core tight so I don't overarch my back. For this workout specifically, I like to take my time and take a little bit of a pause on the top of the rep. That way I can really feel the workout in my glutes. Now we're gonna increase the weight. For this set, I turn the active track feature on. So here you can see that my face becomes out of sight while I'm doing the workout. So the camera gets a little confused and loses track of me. So I think for workouts where your head might be obstructed or cannot be seen, I suggest turning the active track off. The lighting in this corner of my gym is actually pretty dim, but the camera is so far performing pretty well. Now we're gonna add 10 more pounds on each side. I'm actually already pretty sore at this point, but I think my body is just not used to being active at this time, but we're gonna push through. So this past couple of years, I've been really focusing more on my form and making sure that I am feeling the exercise on the right muscle group. So we are heavy on that mind to muscle connection. Before, I was really focused on the weight and then compromising my form and not feeling the workout on the right muscle groups. For my working sets, I like to stick between 8 to 12 reps, and I like to do about 4 sets for each workout that I do. Next, we have the Bulgarian split squats. I prefer to have my back foot this way on the bench instead of having the anterior portion of my foot kind of flat down. I feel like I am more stable this way, and I can feel the exercise more in my glutes. And sometimes when I'm not feeling the workout as much as I should, I change the placement of my feet. Sometimes even a centimeter difference makes a lot of difference on whether or not you're gonna feel the workout in the right muscle group. And then here I'm just doing the other leg. Also make sure that your hips are square and that your knees doesn't go past your toes. Here I increased the weight and did another set. I'm not gonna show all of the sets that I did, but I did a total of 4 sets, increasing the weight each time. And then this is the last set that I did. I think this was 20 pounds on each side. For our third workout, we are doing some squats. I know some people say to do compound movements first, but I personally like to start with hip thrusts when I can on lower body days. So I'm just warming up using the bar. This is a very technical movement, so I like to do some warm-ups first so that I can remember my cues. Now we're gonna add some weights. Then here I am struggling to reach the clips, hashtag short girl problems. And then here is our working set. Again, aiming for the 8 to 12 rep range for hypertrophy. And then adding more weights. Here is another working set, going as deep as I can with the exercise. You don't necessarily have to do ass to grass, especially if you don't have the hip mobility. However, allow yourself to go as deep as you can without compromising your form. Otherwise, if you go too deep when you don't have the mobility, then you're gonna get the butt wink. Basically, your lower spine tucks in, and that puts a strain on your lower back. So make sure that your core is tight and you do your stretches to improve your mobility. For our next workout, we have the Romanian deadlifts. These are a personal favorite, and I like doing these on the Smith machine, so I can really focus on hinging and pushing my hips back. As you can see here, my knees are soft, and a really effective cue that I have for this workout is to think of your upper body as one solid unit, so that your upper body doesn't take over the exercise. And then I like to do slow and controlled reps for this exercise. And now we're gonna add some weights. And this is the workout in a different angle. Make sure that your core is tight throughout the workout and that your head is in line with your spine, so no looking up or down while doing the exercise. Here is another set. You can see me sometimes stopping in the middle and adjusting either my grip or my foot placement. Again, adding more weight. I don't know if you can see, but I have my camera mounted on the squat rack magnetically. So yeah, I just think that's really cool, especially for the gym. And then you can have the screen turned off and the red blinking light turned off when you're recording. And for our last workout, we have the cable kickbacks. Again, making sure your core is tight, and then push your hips back and make sure you're stable on your non-working leg. This is the last clip that I have for you guys because the gym was starting to get busy and it was hard not to have people in the footage. So yeah, I did 4 sets in total of this. And then I went home, washed up and changed into clean clothes. And then I'm gonna make my favorite protein smoothie. First, adding some fresh raspberries. Then I'm gonna go ahead and rinse them. And then adding a little bit of this Earth's Own vanilla oat milk. And then some water. And a spoonful of this Greek yogurt. And then some frozen berries. I basically just eyeball all of these ingredients. And then 1 scoop of my favorite protein. This one is from Blessed and it's in the flavor chocolate coconut. This one is plant-based and it's a little bit malty, but I personally like that texture. Not gonna lie, protein shakes usually makes me wanna gag, but ever since I've been making this protein smoothies, it has been a game changer. And if you love the Very Berry smoothie from Booster Juice, then you are gonna love this one. And then I'm gonna go ahead and read this book. I read this last year and it was very good. It really helped with my productivity last year. Today is sort of like my Sunday reset, so I like to set the tone for that. If you want to see my whole Sunday reset routine or my body reset routine, kind of like self-care routine, let me know down in the comments. So yeah, that is it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And if you did, I would very much appreciate it if you hit the like button and subscribe, as it really helps with the growth of my channel.